There's nothing like a gesture of an upside-down flag. Can we say that? There's nothing like that.
It's elegant. It's elegant.
One of the most beautiful in my collection is a "Don't Tread on Me" flag.
Uh-huh.
But it's just a snake who's very confused.
Right.
It looks like one of the higher levels of Cubert.
No. Hello, and welcome back to Love It or Leave It. I am not Jon Lovett. I am Guy Branum. Jon Lovett is off on assignment. But before the break, we had some laughs poking fun at Martha Ann Alito and her United States of Shame flag in the monologue. But this is first and foremost a news show, and we thought it only fair to reach out to Martha Ann for comment. And to our absolute shock and delight, she responded. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please put your hands together for an exclusive with Martha Ann Alito?
Oh, yes. Love it or leave it. That's my message. That's my message to
Martha.
these gays and these liberals. Hello.
Hello, Martha. You've had a real rough week.
Thank you, Guy. I was so happy that you reached out, and I wanted to respond to someone with a good, honest, Christian, cisgendered name. Guy.
Look, you know, Martha Ann, I'm not like those other media elites. I'm not like those other homosexuals.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
I understand that a lot of pressure...
They always come for me.
Why do you think that is?
They come for me because they're jealous. They look at what I'm wearing. They look at my... They look at my threads, my fashions, and they say things. They say horrible left-wing things out of the left side of their tongue. They say that I'm wearing a recliner. They say that I look like the inside out of a locker room bag at Six Flags. And let me tell you, I know a few things about Six Flags, don't I? No. Six Flags upside down.
Now, Martha, how many flags do you own?
Oh, honey, we've got a whole flag garage.
Uh-huh.
It's where we stuff all of our flags. We've got flags for any government, not just the Confederates, but any other one that ever seceded from the United States, including Vermont and Texas, and hopefully soon Oregon. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
No, Martha Ann, why is it you feel most comfortable communicating through flags?
Well, of course, you know, my parents were both in the military, as you know, and I'm a very proud patriot in this country, and when I met my Samuel at the law library at the University of KY, we bonded. We bonded, of course.
You guys both love communicating about the greatness of our government. He through legal decisions, and you through pieces of fabric.
Well, there was a time in this country when you could communicate honestly.
Yeah.
Before the medium of television, which was controlled by, them.
Yes.
You could communicate from high hills.
Which of the thems are we talking about here?
You know the theys and the thems, the capitals and the lower cases.
Yes.
Upside down if it's confusing to you.
Right.
But I like a good signal corps.
Right.
And there's nothing like communicating across a lagoon or a large mountain ravine with a flag saying, "Hey, watch out!"
If it's good enough for a Navy, it's good enough for you.
Exactly. And I'm so glad to talk to you because these liberals, they will trick me into an interview and they will say the most horrible things when they write it up for their Pulitzer Prizes.
Now,
they'll say she's like Lucille Bluth.
So that was a little shocking. You talked to a woman who was presenting herself as being a conservative friend of yours, but then it came out in an article that she was insincere. Do you feel like you would have understood her better if you guys had been communicating through flags?
Well, I have a few drinks here and there. They invite me to
Martha,
charity events.
What do you drink? What's your drink?
I have a vodka and holy water. That's what I like to have.
Yeah.
It's blessed and it blesses me. And I think, yes, if I have the understanding, but the Washington Press Corps doesn't understand my flags.
You want a little Grey Goose, a little Holy Father.
Exactly. And that's one of the flags I would like to fly. That's definitely one of the flags that I'd like. I want to fly over the lagoon during Pride Month to get back at these you-know-whats. I want to fly a flag that says Frasciagini upside down. Upside down. So these maggots can drain some of their business out.
What are you indicating by making Frosciagine be upside down? What are you saying, man?
Well, I think that it's time that their regime is turned upside down. There's nothing like a gesture of an upside down flag. Can we say that? There's nothing like that.
It's elegant. It's elegant.
One of the most beautiful in my collection is a "Don't Tread on Me" flag.
But
it's just a snake who's very confused.
Right.
It looks like one of the higher levels of Cubert.
No. No, but Martha Ann, that's so interesting to me because you've had some difficulties with the queer community, but you love the snake on your tread on me flag. And let's be honest, most gay men are vipers. I would think that there would be ways that you could find like kinship with them.
Oh, I don't want kinship with them. In fact, I'm ready to piss them off like they piss me off. That's why I'm flying. We have an incredible library of flags.
Yes.
Guy, let me tell you. This is I'm a little bit. Bye, honey. Meow, meow, meow. Bye, honey, honey, bunny, bunny, bunny. She's a bunny cat, isn't she?
Yes.
I have a flag that I want to fly over the lagoon next year.
To show them, to show those boys for pride.
It's a Calvin. You know a Calvin pissing? It's a Calvin pissing. It's a Calvin pissing on Obama, but it's upside down, so it's pissing right back in his mouth.
I mean, I think it's one of the most elegant forms of political discourse in this country, a Calvin peeing sticker or flag. You know, say what you like about the Federalist Papers, but I've learned so much more from Ford F-150s that have Calvin peeing on things.
Oh, honey, there's nothing I love more than the Federalist Papers. I met my husband, Sammy Boy, in the law library at the University of KY. There's nothing I like more than Alexander Hamilton getting reamed by the true father of our republic, Thomas Jefferson.
No, were you a big fan of the musical Hamilton?
Of course not, honey. You know what? I obtained a flyer to the Hamilton musical and I flew it upside down outside.
No, Martha Ann, I do have a question.
And really to get back, go ahead. Of course, darling, of course, look at you, you're fierce.
I have a question about this flag. Now, this is a flag that you designed yourself. Can you tell us more about it?
We're going to have a musical number when we debut it at the Lagoon.
Uh-huh.
There's going to be a fireworks show off of our boats. It's going to look a lot like Disneyland at night in the summertime.
Yeah.
We're going to have fire boats. The flag itself will be on fire as it's raised, and it will be put out by the spirit and tears of Jesus. And to take it down, we have the upside down American flag. It's gonna be. Well, you have to have. There's an upside down flag protocol.
Okay, tell me
the
about
upside down American flag.
Tell me about the protocol.
We're gonna have obviously an anti-pride flag reversed in every way. Upside down pride flag, inverse colors, black and white, grayscale, and there's gonna be a thin blue line down the middle of it.
Just to show that queer people are not welcome at Pride, but police officers are.
And I know the entire story. This is not flippant, you know.
Yes.
If you're gonna fly an upside down American flag, you better know the story. The regular American flag that the liberals like, it's Francis Scott Key, it's War of 1812.
Yes.
The one that
Take that, the British.
The upside down American flag has a proud tradition dating back to the War of 2181. And it was, of course, in honor. It was in honor of Yek Talks Sicknarf, of course, that Francis Scott Key backwards.
So are you a time traveler or just a big fan of things being upside down?
Honey, I see forwards and backwards. I fly flags upside down.
Always, or just when you have the vodka and holy water?
Vodka, holy water, and you got to have a little bit of panache and a brooch that says, "Shut up."
One final question.
I have two final answers.
Okay. My final question is, you love this Vergonia flag so much.
Vergonia, shame.
And you have to understand my perspective that I see a strong-willed woman with a short, sensible haircut.
And a short, sensible husband.
Who loves having a V in her mouth. And I have to wonder, do you have more in common with the queer community than you're opening up about?
I should use that. I should fight that back when the liberals come for me the next time. You know how I think of myself?
How do you
think
of
I
yourself?
think of myself as a strong, big woman who's playing croquet with flamingos in her large yard overlooking a lagoon. And I have a shorter, diminutive husband. And he says, "Can we have a trial? Can we have a little trial?" Oh, I have one more flag.
All right.
It's a Stop the Steal flag, but it's steel, as in the Man of Steel. And it's got Superman upside down with a slash through it.
Is it made of kryptonite?
Of course it is!
Ladies and gentlemen, Martha Ann Alito.
Shame! Vergonia!
James, don't leave. Of course, we have to be perfectly honest for journalistic reasons. That wasn't actually Martha Ann Alito. That was actually gifted performer, and really chameleon, James Adomian.
Thanks, Guy. Thanks for the opportunity. I have never played Martha Ann before.
I mean, I assumed that she was in your SNL characters. I would assume back when you were going before Lorne, back before he put gay people on the show, you were like, I got a lawyer's wife from Kentucky.
That is good reach, because that is exactly as obscure as I would have gone back.
So James, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, love.
What do you have going on in your
friend.
professional life right now that has you shilling, that has you coming out, leaving behind your lovely Los Feliz life and gracing us with your presence?
Well, they know I'm available, first of all.
Yes.
We're together in the outstanding documentary on Netflix, which is imminently to be released. I don't know if it's before or after this, but one of these days now.
It's June 18th. Our friend Paige Hurwitz made a documentary about the history of queer comedy and how that relates to the history of queer politics in America. And I'm in it, and James is in it, doing a very, very funny bit about. Will you explain the premise of the bits?
Well, the joke is from my stand-up, and I say, when I don't sound the way you're supposed to sound when I'm getting, so when I'm receiving of the, you know what I mean? And so I say, I sound like somebody's dad woke up and didn't turn the lights on in the hallway in the middle of the night.
And can we hear a little bit of that?
Oh, God damn it! Etc.
All right, that's lovely. So check out Outstanding on Netflix. And what else, James? Do you have anything special going on?
In fact, I have a very special coming out. It's called Path of Most Resistance, and it's coming out on 800-Pound Gorilla in September. So look for that. There will be a preview that's available if you really want to see it in August. But the big release is in September. Path of Most Resistance.
James, just a couple of hard-hitting questions to follow that up. Are you one of our best gay comedians working today?
No.
I would say so. I would say you're one of our best comedians working today. I would say you're a master of character. I'd say you're a damn good writer. And I would also say that you are always an interesting, compelling political thinker, and that always comes through in your stand-up.
Well, Guy,
true or false?
I would only say this. I've only ever wanted to hold up a mirror to society, or if it's a one-on-one interview, a mirror to the person giving me those fabulous compliments like you. Guy Branum, one of the very greatest we have.
Thank you. And then the final thing for this very brief interview.
It gets James, heavy holding up a mirror to society, by the way.
The responsibility. James, tell everybody what happened when we met each other for the first time at a party over 10 years ago.
How can we forget this?
Yes.
Guy Branum and I hit it off, i.e. we were drunk and started wrestling at a backyard party. We discovered that we were both former football players, and we went for it. When you find out you're football players, you go, okay, let's do wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, we broke a fence.
We broke a fence.
The night that James and I met each other, we broke a fence.